Hi guys, it's Queenie here. That elite on Hero just got absolutely deleted, and right now the Lexington is farmable during the stretch goals event, which means you've got a limited window to put this whole thing together. Here's the striker build that makes everything straight. By the end of the video, you're gonna have every gear piece, every start, priority, and exactly where to farm each one. No raids, no dark zone, no season pass, exclusive gear. If you're coming back to Division or you've just hit level 40, this is your starting point right here, right now. Right, let's get to the build. The centerpiece here is the Equalizer. It's the named unit alloys chest piece. And I can't stress how important this chest piece is. It comes with perfect Obliterate, 24 stacks of 1% total weapon damage per crit hit. Regular Obliterate caps at 20. Perfect gives you 4 more. Doesn't sound huge on paper, but stacked on top of everything else we're doing here, it adds up fast. Plus, you're getting the brand set bonus for unit allies, which is rate of fire, more bullets, faster Obliterate stacks, faster everything. The striker pieces that we're actually going to use are the mask, holster, knee pads, and gloves. With 4 pieces of striker, we're going to activate the striker talent, which is Striker's Gamble. Weapon hits increase total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100 times. 1 stack loss per second between 0 and 50 stacks. 2 stacks loss per second between 50 and 100 stacks. Start priority across all 4 pieces. Crit chance until you've actually hit at least 50%, and then we're gonna put everything into crit damage. Pretty standard striker logic, but we need crit chance to be at least 50% because perfect Obliterate procs and crits. If we're not critting, you're not stacking. Simple as that. You've got 3 damage layers all feeding into each other. Your striker stacks are ramping your weapon damage. The more you land shots, perfect Obliterate on your Equalizer is adding up to 24% total weapon damage on top of that. And because the unit alloys 1 piece brand set bonus is rate of fire, you're hitting that 24 cap faster than any other chest option. And when there's the Lexington, you're running killer on it, which gives you 70% crit hit damage for 10 seconds on kill. So the loop looks like this. Your striker stacks Obliterate, caps out, you get a kill, killer procs, and everything multiplies. That's pretty wild, right? With stretch goals still happening right now for the rest of this week until Tuesday, you are actually able to farm Lexington if you haven't got one. There are other choices of ARs like the Farmers, Police M4, the F2000, and the Shield Splinter Max 16 G36. Your secondary, you actually want a stacking tools, so like an ACS-12, Lefty, Rock and Roll, or the Stack Broker. This isn't your damage weapon. This is purely for building striker stacks to max into a Chungi or a named enemy, and you have full stacks. Swap to your Lexington or AR, and everything does its magic. They're deleted. Right, skills. We actually look for the Banshee Pulse and the Reviver Hive. Most striker builds run Crusader Shield, and look, shield is fine. I've run the shield before, but on Heroic and Legendary, the shield breaks faster than you think, and you're standing there with nothing. Banshee Pulse does something different. It pulses a group of enemies. They're disorientated, they can't shoot back, they can't rush you, they're just standing there, and while they're disorientated, you're free to stack Obliterate and Striker and kill it without taking any damage. It's crowd control instead of tanking. I generally prefer this over the shield, especially solo. Reviver Hive is your safety net. The specialization we actually want to run is Gunner. 3 things you're getting here: ammo on kill, ammo regeneration, and rate of fire on kill. The rate of fire both from Gunner stacks with the unit alloys, so Lexington is firing even faster. Obliterate caps even quicker. It's one of those things where the bonuses look small, but when they're stacked together, the difference is actually noticeable. Alright, let me show you what it looks like in practice. We're in Heroic open world here, so you can see the Banshee goes out, they disorient, Lexington starts cleaning up. Watch the first kill. kill the procs, and now the next target drops really fast. Striker stacks are building, Obliterate is capping, killers refreshing on every kill. By the time a heavy show, everything's fully ramped and it just melts. Unfortunately, we didn't get a heavy at this time. We got a shield guy instead, but he got 3 layers of damage into him. Full striker, full obliterate, killer active, and he melts. And this build has no DZ gear, no raid exclusive, nothing locked behind a season pass. Everything here is farmable right now. Let's just be honest, the Equalizer needs unit alloys, target loot, and if RNG isn't playing nice, you might not have one yet. Alright, a chest piece alternative, Seska or Grupo with Obliterate. You lose 4 Obliterate stacks and the unit allies rate of fire bonus. But the build still works really well regardless if you have got normal Obliterate or the perfect version. Farm Camp Down Summit or Retaliations with unit allies target loot to get the Equalizer. It will drop eventually. Lexington alternative. If you haven't farmed a good Lexington during the event, and honestly, just go farm it. The event is live right now. I tell you this, Lexington is really worth the farm. I use it quite a lot and I love it. It is well worth the farm. I know some of these alternatives sounds a bit underwhelming compared to the full setup, but even the budget version of the build will carry you through heroic. The budget version is awesome, I promise you this now. The core is 4-piece striker. That's the Equalizer Striker build. Lexington's farmable right now. Unit alloys is Farmable and Countdown and Retaliation. There's generally never been a better time to put this together. If you have this build, let me know what you think of it in the comments. I read every single one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. Don't forget to check out my other videos.